I've been teasing you guys about this old saying, bird in the hand versus two in the bush. I've been following that advice most of my life until I became a business owner. And more specifically, until I became a someone who's trying to acquire customers. Because your customers is actually one of your most valuable assets. And as a business owner, a wise business owner is constantly taking inventory and stock of his assets. But sometimes we're spending so much time on customers that are not deserving of all of the time that we give them. Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to lose customers just by mere attrition. Okay, you're going to lose some customers. And so attrition alone is going to whittle away at that customer viability. So it's incumbent upon us to engage in this customer acquisition effort at all times. Which means that that customer acquisition effort includes looking at those birds in the bush. Those prospects, they are not in your hand. They are the bird in the bush. Your existing customers are the bird in the hand. And in some cases, not only is it not better than two birds in the bush, it's not even better than one bird. Or half a bird. Or no bird. Somebody know what I'm talking about this morning. Let's talk about the bird in the bush for a minute. The bird in the hand. The bird in the hand. Suppose that bird is small and feeble, infirm, anemic.
All birds matter.
All birds do matter, including the bird in the bush. Suppose it's a troublesome bird. It's always complaining, it's vexatious, problematic, making unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic.
That's that bird you have in your hand. Suppose that bird is mean, ornery, contemptible, stingy, miserly. Suppose that bird is old, on his last leg, antiquated, archaic, primordial. Suppose this bird is just downright lonely, outcast, reclusive, bleak, miserable. These are some of the birds that you have in your hand that you are hanging on to at the expense of the bird in the bush that might be a big, robust bird, bigger, well-funded. It may be a low-maintenance bird. They understand how the business world works. They understand the cost of a customer and the value of your service. They are a kind bird, positive, energetic, generous, philanthropic. This is that bird in the bush that you are putting aside because you're worried about this little feeble, stingy, miserly, lonely, old, decrepit bird in your hand. There's a bird in the bush that may be energetic, full of vigor, and has bright prospects for the future. And last but not least, that bird in the bush might be well connected, has a large network, charismatic, and could actually take your business to that next level. While you're sitting around at night chasing this little small problematic bird, taking up all of your time, you're leaving money on the table in the name of the bird in the bush. Now this comes down to a thing called time management. I'm not saying by any means we're going to kick the little weak bird to the curb. Sometimes we have to hand it off to somebody else. We may have to give them our online version of ourselves. But what you have to do is take an occasional inventory of your birds. There's some good birds in the hand. And you should move heaven and earth to satisfy them. But sometimes you got to do a bird purge. You got to purge the birds. And you got to get out there and start shaking some bushes and bring in those new prospects. Folks, that's my message for today. That bird in the hand might be, but in a lot of cases, it is not better than that bird in the bush.